author Brian K. Morris comes an epic tale of armor forged by a god, a hero forged by courage, and an ancient menace poised to re-emerge and threaten our world. Vulcana, Rebirth of the Champion, is available on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore, your morning dose of creative conversation and coffee with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, Facebook famous YouTuber, and former mortician's assistant. Get ready to start your day off right.
And I remember today. Anyway, good morning, everyone. How the heck are you? Hope you're having a great morning. Welcome to the Wednesday, March 24th. One more week in the month of March 2021. Hope you're having a great hump day this morning. Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore, the show that asks a musical question but doesn't get a musical answer. Anyway, I'm your host, Brian K. Morris, and welcome to the proceedings. Anyway, well, thank you. We're powered by the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. We've got a great variety of shows here, providing all kinds of really fun content. We're covering you 7 days a week with all kinds of good stuff. Please take a screen capture of this or go to our page on Facebook, the Rising Tide Broadcast Network page. You see the address at the bottom of your screen there. And there's all kinds of good stuff there 7 days a week. Tomorrow, we've got a great lineup of shows as usual. Starting out with TED Talks timepieces at 10 a.m., all times Eastern. You figure out where you live. And then at 7 p.m., Comic Book Spectrum issue number 5 goes off the presses and into your eyes. Followed by Creative as Hale with the one, the only Amy Hale, great author, great interviewer. She and her husband, John, always have a great time. And then Stupid O'Clock at 9 p.m. It's now a YouTube exclusive. Please go over there, because Facebook can be poopy heads. And check out that great conversation show. You will love it. So anyway, thank you, one and all, for your support of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. And let's see what else we got. We got to also thank PlasmaFireGraphics.com. Plasmafire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you, because it matters to your customers, the ones who are going to pick up your book or your comic book and decide whether they're going to buy it or not. The cover can be the tipping point there. So make sure you get an expert, Jeffrey Hayes, to do his magic for you. You love those trailers? He can do those for you too at a very affordable price. So check out Plasmafire Graphics on .com and also on Facebook. Because you got to get Plasmafire Graphics when the look of your book matters to you. Also want to thank our Patreon supporters. Thank you to all these wonderful people who thanks to them, frankly, this show would have a hard time staying on the air. They have supported us in many, many ways, not just financially, but if you want to become part of that crew for just a minimum of $1 a month, go to www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris, all lowercase, one word, and check out what we offer. It's not that you get only mentioned in everything we do. A little bit of immortality there, but at certain levels, you can get downloadable copies of some of our books. You can also get views of our works in progress. We're going to be launching the next chapter of The Terrors next day or two, got the first draft done. So you'll be enjoying that for quite some time to come. I hope, and we'll probably pick up the number of chapters that we do for that. But anyway, please support us on Patreon. It is greatly appreciated. And please support our advertisers too when you see them pop up on here. And I think that's all I've got for that. So let's get to your comments. Also, folks, wanted to direct you to last night's Clever Title Pending. It was a fantastic show. We had a fantastic time with the people of Moonlight Films, James Ian Mayer, James Stevenson, and Darren Morgan, who I think made a love connection last night. I can't be sure. But if you want to be sure, check out the episode last night. It was really great. And I also want to point out that next week we're going to have 2 episodes. Yes, 2, because one won't be enough. We've got an opportunity to interview 2 very special people next week. Monday night, very special episode. We're going to have John Celestri on. John is a former animator, a great artist. He does a lot of educational stuff on YouTube that I wasn't aware of before, and I think you'll dig what we find. And he's got a Facebook, or not Facebook, excuse me, we're on Facebook. He's got a brand new comic book called Michael the Bloodwing Angel, currently funding on Kickstarter. He's made his goal, but he's on to talk about that and his illustrious animation career. And I'm looking forward to that. And then Tuesday night, we've got one of our regulars, Joe D. McPhee, who is the genius behind Amazonia, the great comic book Amazonia, as well as a fantastic YouTube channel called From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher. Every Saturday night at 10, he does great interviews of various comic creators. So now he's going to get grilled by you guys. So check that out next week. All kinds of cool stuff. But if you want to keep tabs on us, just watch our page, the Rising Tide Broadcast Network page. And also, if you're watching on any of the Facebook pages and you enjoy any part of the show, please give this a like. If you would, please react. It helps us so much. And also, if you're on YouTube, also, if you enjoy the show, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, because we are growing fast. We are nearing 400. We're closing in on 500 subscribers, and I'm excited by that. But anyway, let's hit your comments now. And Skunk Rocker, yes, you are the first one here at 9:20 this morning. How'd that happen? Everyone must have slept in. Robert Beatty, thank you for sharing this video. Much appreciated, brother. And I appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. And Skunk Rocker, morning, everyone. Morning, Brian and Cookie. Good morning to you. And thank you, Brian Rodman, for sharing this too. And we're looking forward to having you tomorrow night on Comic Book Spectrum, because you're always fascinating. And we've got a great topic tomorrow night that Brian came up with. The clever Brian, not the barefaced one. Really fun topic we're going to be talking about tomorrow about comics. And today's random disturbing factoid is brought to you by Stupid O'Clock. Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern and 11 p.m. on Saturdays. Join them for that great after-hours convention conversation that you enjoy. It's always a good time, and be sure to stick around for the Stupid After Show 2 hours later. The only live stream talk show that puts the El Rhoda in Wankel Rotary Engine. Oh my God. Oh, I love that. Stupid O'Clock. The only live stream talk show that puts the El Rhoda in Wankel Rotary Engine. That is a curious observation there. Okay. Oh, and the film An American Tale is an allegory for Jewish immigration from Europe to the United States, escaping the Holocaust in the 1940s using mice. The sequel is about Rootin' Tootin' and cowboys. Yeah, kind of diluting the message there. Now, if you want to see something, excellent creative work, check out a book. Actually, there's a couple of books called Maus, M-A-U-S, written and drawn by Art Spiegelman, who was the former underground cartoonist who turned into, I think it's the New Yorker's cartoon editor. But anyway, it's a brilliant allegory for the Holocaust in the 1940s during World War II. It's a stunning visual work. It is really excellent. That's another one to look for. But yeah, I never thought of that American Tale just kind of. Okay, anyway, Skunk Rocker says, after I finally got some caffeine in me, I realized I made some typos in that factoid. I don't have enough caffeine to actually give a crap. You're doing fine. And he's bored. There's another factoid from the Skunk Rocker. I wrote the joke about El Rhoda, and I looked it up, and technically that translates to the broken, which perfectly describes the cast of Stupid O'Clock. Oh, and when I am sometimes on there, it becomes a Rolling Stones song, Shattered. Anyway, Skunk Rocker's on a roll. Man, where's Teresa and Trevor and Carl to save me? Otherwise, I'm just going to sit here bored and keep rambling. Well, I'll keep it up as long as you can. That's what she said. I guess I can go listen to something else on YouTube for like 15 minutes, but there isn't anything good for me. YouTube is beginning to be like TV, crap on every channel. Well, we're glad to supply our part of that crap for you, Skunk. And good morning, Teresa. Mwah. Here to save Skunk. Good morning, Brian. Happy Hump Day. Happy humping to you, darling. Hope you have a great one. Skunk Rocker show starts in less than 8 minutes, and I'm still the only one here. What? Oh, wait, there's Teresa. Hi, Teresa, and everyone else is. Oh, there we go. Grant has come to save him, too. Good morning, all of you. And, like the Beatles song, Skunk Rockers, he's so tired. I'm so tired. Luckily, I'm not sick, but I am tired. If I get tired enough, can I be retired? Only if you do it again. And Carly, mwah, hey, Skunk and everyone, and Skunk Rocker, yay, more people. And everyone, yes, the numbers are picking up. I was noticing when the show started, it was kind of slow and we hadn't had any comments. But thank you to everyone who's reacted. Thank you, Tony Reed Jr. and Brian Rodman and Robert Beatty. Appreciate the reaction. And Charles F. Millhouse, hello to you, brother. Hope you're having a great morning. Hope all is well. Carl Wisman says, wow, Skunk, you went on a rant there. Almost showtime. You'll have plenty of noise in the background. Joe Dog McKeel, 25 more days. Hashtag free Joe Dog for live streaming. That's why Stupid O'Clock is currently YouTube exclusive. See, that's your branding now. For the next 25 days, Joe Dog, you are now YouTube exclusive. And if you want all the goodies, if you want all the secrets of Stupid O'Clock, you must go to YouTube and you must subscribe to the Stupid O'Clock channel and to Joe Dog McKeel channel. Because reasons. Anyway, please check it out. And Grant Lankert says, feels like spring is here today. I'm doing my first barbecue of the year today. I have steaks marinating in beer. Ooh, soy sauce, Worcestershire, garlic, and pepper in the fridge. Oh, man, you're making my mouth water, Grant. That's awesome. Yeah, and I've been enjoying the rain. I woke up in the middle of the night to hear a really sizable rainstorm. That was fun. That was great. It beats worrying about having to push it all out of the driveway in the morning. Carl Witzman, I don't know if I make another 25 days of standing here with a sign, Joe. You need one of those sandwich boards. You know, they rest on your shoulders. And I had to take the vacuum cleaner apart. I'd be lying if I said it didn't suck. That's true. Anyway, more people. And after that joke, says Carl Witzman, I'm tossing my free Joe Dog sign in the trash. Yeah, Uncle Carl's got some competition in the stand-up here. And don't forget Uncle Carl's secret humor page. Friday nights, there's going to be a green room or something like it. And it's going to be a lot of fun because it is always a lot of fun. Skunk Rocker says, Joe Dog, if the vacuum cleaner sucked, why take it apart? I have a feeling you told that joke wrong. Anyway, well, YouTube just gave me the 30-minute warning for the shows to start. It didn't suck. Anyway, no, it's 30 seconds, Joe. We don't want you missing stuff. And good morning, Robert Beatty. How are you doing, brother? Hope your morning's going well. And Skunk Rocker says, speaking of which, Joe, have you found out anything else about your situation? I mean, has the Facebook Schulstoffel ever come down and stuck their head inside the gulag to tell you, Jack? You said, well, that's the thing. That's a good point there because I've got another friend who got a ding for some videos, and he can't do any live streaming on Facebook. I'm trying to get him to go to YouTube also as a backup, but they won't tell him either. He doesn't have any idea why he did. Oh, and we were last week, a group of us were comparing how many strikes we got with Facebook, and I thought I only had one. It turns out I have two. I didn't discover this until the other day when I was trying to help my other friend. Find out, who to contact because there's no one in charge apparently. But what was it? I found out I had one for inappropriate language, which duh. And the other one was for spamming. And they said, but to help you out, we have taken that post down, which means I can't tell why I got hit. I can't tell what I did wrong so I can learn from my mistake. So I'm very likely to do the same thing over again. And I don't know how many times Facebook's going to let me get away with stuff. So anyway, They keep saying that MeWe is going to be the next generation thing. I am eager for it to get bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's what she said. And we, Joe Dog, I know there's hardly anyone there, but I wonder if we should talk to StreamYard about being able to broadcast on MeWe. Just a thought. And Scott Crocker continues, you said you would be lying if it didn't suck, so are you lying? You told the joke wrong. Just admit it, Joe. And the Historical Fencing Guild, Friday nights at 8 p.m. Check out that great, great show with Nicholas Tockard, who is amazing. And what the hell is he drinking? That's what I want to know. Good morning, Nevermorians. Good morning to you, my friend. Normally I start with banner, then shift like a rally car driver into the third gear of cruising plugs. But today I'm dropping into second and bringing up conversations. Well, whatever you have to offer, we are here to listen, my friend. And Scott Crocker, nope, says Joe Dog McKeel. Can't find a way to speak to a human about it. Yeah, like I said, I was trying to help a friend of mine because I figure you're smart enough to do it on your own. And Facebook has effectively sealed themselves off from any sort of possible human interaction from its users. There is no way to get to anyone. I can't find it. There used to be, you could drop them a line, but now I don't know that there is. And I think that's dangerous. I think that's very dangerous, which is why I am more and more seriously looking into definitely working more with YouTube. Yeah, I know YouTube can be its own set of problems. I go into it with no blinders on. But I'm also going to try a couple other places to broadcast and see how it goes. But anyway, someone who's always going smooth is Ted Davies. Ted, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Looking forward to TED Talks Timepieces tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. It's going to be a good show. It always is. And my commentaries are being fueled by Red Bull right now. I'm so sorry, everyone. Says Skunk Rocker. You just keep drinking, buddy. You just keep drinking. You got your stuff. I got my caffeine. We are going to have a show. And I am flying solo today, says Joe Dog McKeel. Everyone is gone. All I can say of my condition, don't look, Ethel. Oh, my God. Okay, no, I'm ready. Maybe we should have had you on last night with Moonlight Films, and you can get flirted with. And Ted Davies, see you Thursday morning at TED Talks Timepieces. Remember to be on time. So what you did there, Ted. 10 a.m. Eastern on Ted Davies Artistry channel on YouTube. Yeah, check it out. If you like our shows, please go over to YouTube and like our channels. And please go to the Brian K. Morris Rising Tide broadcast channel and please give this show a like if you would. Also, if you're watching us on Facebook, please give the show a like, and please like if aside from my profile page, please like the page you're watching it on, whether it's Kathy Jackson's books or Rising Tide Publications books or Rising Tide Publications page or the Rising Tide Broadcast Network page, because it helps that page as well. So you do a couple clicks and we're on our way. But it was too late. She already got a free shot, says Skunk Rocker. Oh no. No luck, Ethel. And motivational time from Joe Dog McKeel. Stop thinking and start doing. Wait, I know how some of you are. Think about it first. Oh, you know my people so well. And Dave Rediger, good morning to you. Glad to see you, sir. Good morning, Brian, and all the Nevermorians watching the broadcast this morning. Oh, I'm glad to have you here, man. Hope you're looking forward to Comic Book Spectrum tomorrow night. We've got a great subject to discuss, and the show's doing well. The show is really picking up numbers. Some people don't keep track of their numbers. I do. And we appreciate everyone that shares these broadcasts and likes and subscribes. It really makes us happy. And the Historical Fencing Guild says in most comics and animation, most support and extra characters are drawn in heroic ideal proportions. How do you as creators deal with the diversity in body types and age in your works? Well, as mostly a word person, I try to put in whenever possible to remind the artist of the diversity of shapes and ethnicities and our genders. Otherwise a lot of artists would probably just draw 8 head tall males with rippling muscles. And Lee Reese and Rick Bradley, thank you, gentlemen, for sharing this video. It means a whole lot. When I get a notice on my screen, I will try to acknowledge you. I really do, and it is greatly appreciated. Sincerely, it is. We had a show the other day. It was shared about 15 times. That was really nice. But anyway, we appreciate it. But anyway, what I do is try to remind the artists that there are diversity of people. And I think it's useful. I think it's good. I think it speaks well of an artist who can do that sort of thing. Because something to remember in doing comic book art, while so much of it is dominated by superheroics, what editors really look for in most cases, aside from storytelling ability, is the ability of the artist to draw regular people. If you can draw, say, Superman effectively, that's one thing. But if you could draw someone like me effectively, you've got a better shot at getting the gig. See? Anyway, that's how most editors are that I've talked to. And you are at 475 subbies when you said that, Brian. Yeah, well, I'm 25 to go from 500, Joe Dog. Thank you very much. Yeah, I've been working with some stuff too. And I have Jeremy Woodring to thank for it. And if it works, I'm going to be recommending it. And it does work so far. So anyway, thank you, Joe Dog. I appreciate it. And good morning, Lee Reese. How are you this morning? Glad to have you here. Robert Beatty, other than be surrounded by droves of stupid people, I'm doing fine. Hey, Robert, we're still here. We can hear you, okay? We don't like it pointed out. But anyway, we're glad you're here to bring some sanity. And Bareface Brian or Beard or Bareface Brian, have you contracted lycanthropy? I was thinking, yeah, I called lycanthropy last week. We had a really pleasant conversation over the phone. No, thank you, Historical Fencing Guild. And Mouse is dope. You know it, Skunk. You know it. I knew you'd know what I was talking about. Art Spiegelman's Mouse is an absolute must read. No, I agree with you. I think it's one of those books like the Denny O'Neil, Neil Adams, Green Lantern, Green Arrow books that handle social issues so very well. And there are some books that do it without being incredibly heavy-handed about it and forgetting that you have to present a story. So, yeah, Mouths is a great book. If you haven't gotten it, many libraries stock it. Check it out. It's art by Art Spiegelman, and it's M-A-U-S, Mouths, okay? And good morning, William Pace. Good morning to you. Glad you're here. Put in a link to your amazing show that we did last Saturday. Over 4 hours of me. Anyway, good morning, my fellow Brian and Nevermorians. Brian Rodman, thank you for being here, guy. In the lands of the Humpty Humps walks in the legendary man with the fez. He tames the humps with his tantalizing spine-lick goodness. Yes, folks, this is how the show's gonna go. Oh, yeah, and I did not get a chance last night. I must apologize to Sarah. I did not get a chance to teach the guys, the Moonlight Films guys, the joys of spine licking. And I certainly didn't subject them to the upside-down Australian cow. I'm still living that down. But no, what happened last night, I accidentally locked a lock on the front door that Cookie couldn't get, that Cookie doesn't have a key to, and she was pounding on the door trying to get me to come down. So we had to cut the after show off real fast, unfortunately. Plus, James Ian Mayer has an 8-month-old boy that needs to be put to bed at a regular time, despite the child's best efforts. But no, please check out Moonlight Films last night on Clever Tile Pending. We had a great conversation. They are a no to low budget filmmaking operation out of southern Indiana, the Linton area, which is about less than an hour from Vincennes. And everyone outside the state is going, what the hell are you talking about, Brian? We don't read maps like you do. But anyway, no, beautiful community. And they do some great films. Please go to the Moonlight Films page on YouTube and check them out. Also, their films are for sale if you go to moonlight-films.com. And they were fun last night. They were so great. Thank you again to James Ian Mayer, James Stevenson, and Darren Morgan. Thank you, Mother. And tune in last night. You'll find out why Darren is called Mother. Not because he's the head of John Steed and Emma Peel. Anyway, I almost forgot to like, says Carl Witzman. Well, I'm glad you like this show, Carl. It means a lot to us, and we thank you all for it. And we want to thank also Caitlin M. Stewart, Kathy Jackson, Joe McKeel, William Pace, and Robert Beatty for liking the show on Facebook. And thank you for the love from Brian Rahman and Tyrone Tony Reed Jr. Mwah, to everyone. Please like or love this show if you would. It makes us happy. And thank you you, William Pace shared. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I didn't get a notice, but I appreciate you doing that as always. And there he is, Comic Talk with Pops Van Zandt. Good morning. Big weekend coming. That's right, CromCon is happening on Comic Talk with and thank you, William Samuel Quinton. Thank you so much. And Rick Bradley, gentlemen, thank you for sharing this video. Much appreciated, always. But Comic Talk with the Pops Van Zandt, also Comic Madness with Pops Van Zandt. This weekend is going to have their monthly CromCon. Great people being on there talking about comics and creativity. And Pops, I hope you got a hold of the Moonlight Film guys from last night. They were genuinely excited to be there. I think they may be checking their schedules. And Carl Wisman says, don't forget to like. Yes, definitely, please. It helps us so much. And yeah, CromCon this weekend. William Pace is going to be there, and I'm going to hang out too. And looking real good. I'm really excited, as always, for CromCon. It is a great event. And Stupid O'Clock Shell is at 83 subscribers, by the way. Hey, you're climbing, man. We've got to get you to over 100. I just need like 25 more people. I'll be over 500, and Joe Dog will be with 17 more. We'll be over 100. Please give Joe Dog some love, would you please? And Comic Talk yesterday was beautiful. 18 holes of golf, a little grilling. Yeah, living the dream. That sounds great. And Worcestershire sauce. Yes. Lee, the simple way to pronounce it is Lee and Parents, okay? I'm sorry, French's, all the others don't exist as far as I'm concerned. I'm a Lee and Parents man. Historical Fencing Guild. And in fact, Nick, we had an incident about a month ago where Cookie and I actually ran out of Worcestershire sauce. And we went to our Payless, and they were out of Lee and Parents. All they had was the house brand, which is not horrible. But we just looked at each other and said, no, we like Lee and Parents. We like the flavor. And so we passed up. We waited a week, and we found it at Meijer. Fortunately, we were helping a friend shop. Yeah, we're fussy about our Worcestershire. And the thing is, when we've had some times when we'll get like a hamburger, and we'll pour that on top of the hamburger while it is cooking. And boy, howdy, that caramelizes a little, and oh, that's good eating. And Amy Hale, good morning to you, darling. Hope you're doing well. Hope all is fantastic with you. And don't forget, Thursday night, tomorrow night at 8 p.m., Amy Hale and her husband, John, Mr. Amy Hale, will be hosting Creative as Hale with another amazing guest. Please check that out if you would. And also, Teresa Dunn reminds me that at 5 p.m. tomorrow Central, 6 p.m. Eastern, she has launched her brand new show on Facebook, pardon me, called it's not, it doesn't have the name there. It's a great name she came up with, and she'll be interviewing the one, the only Amy Hale. So you'll get double the Amy Hale tomorrow, double the fun. So check it out tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central on Teresa Dunn's profile page on Facebook. It's a good show. You'll like it. Carl Wisman says, I cannot believe that I haven't been dinged by Facebook for being an instigator, but obviously I've been smart enough to avoid leaving evidence. Well, I got dinged twice, apparently, and I did. And the thing is, they didn't notify me about the second one. I do remember seeing something about the first, but they're no help. And William Pace, nope, big tech is here to screw you over. No joke, sideways and dry. Joe Dog McKeel, StreamYard on MeWe. Funny you ask. That is a common request. I've missed that. I would like to be able to open that up to, StreamYard does an amazing job. And thank you for letting me know, Joe Dog. I appreciate that. For anyone who uses StreamYard, I've got to tell you about a show that Joe Dog tuned me into. And that is on Sunday nights. StreamYard has its own community talk show, kind of like this one, except it's well done. The hosts are a lot better, and they're cuter than I am. They're younger than I am. I hate them. But anyway, no, the two guys who came up with StreamYard, the two original programmers, have a weekly show where they take comments from their users and take requests. And one thing, of course, I am waiting for the comment dump. I would love it when the comment dump is done away with. I wish there was another way to work around that. But anyway, we are ready. If we have a comment dump, Carl Witzman has prepared us for it. Moving on, Skullcracker, Brian, if you keep making jokes like that, Christian's going to show up. Yeah, I know. No, Christian's feeling under the weather, and I hope, Christian, if you're watching, you're feeling better this morning, brother. He had to bow out of The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS last night, but he had Melanie Dean in charge, so what can you say? There's never mind. I'm not going to insult you, dude. I know you're feeling bad. It's not fair to take pot shots at you when you're ill. But anyway, please check out The Legend of Traveling TARDIS from last night. It's always a great show. 6 p.m. Eastern on the Hangin' with Web Show Network. In fact, we're going to do you a solid here. Please, everyone, check out The Legend of Traveling TARDIS because
this is The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
Check out that great conversation show. If you like Doctor Who, The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS always has something interesting that you'll love. So anyway, please tune in Wednesday nights on the Hangin' with Web Show Network. Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Central, and hashtag become part of the legend. Anyway, back to your comments. Brian Robin says, what a great show last night on the Love Hour. Clever title pending. I think Sarah made the guys blush about 12 times last night. Yeah, I was noticing that Darren was turning a little more crimson with every post, which, it's kind of like the week the episode where I was the guest on Clever Title Pending, and Christian, who was running the boards, made the huge mistake of saying, okay, everyone stop typing. Man, Amy and I, who both run our shows, right? And Carl too, I think, all of us were like, because they know the audience. And it's like, oh my God, what you've just picked the absolute wrongest thing to say, Christian. And sure enough, anyway, no, I'm glad you liked it last night. And thank you for being there, Brian. Thank you for your great questions. Yeah, well, and it's one of those things. I haven't talked to those guys in a couple of years in person because of the My Sharonis, Miley Cyrus, Peter pandemic mostly. But they know that I'm excited. I'm not just one of the guys in the crew. I'm not just an occasional actor. I'm also a fan. I love their work. I really do. They make great movies. And I'm sorry Tara Bixler couldn't be with us, but Tara, if you're at work this morning, we just know we love you and you were missed, okay? And we expect you to make it up to us sometime. Anyway, Rick Bradley, good morning to you, and good morning to Nevermorians from Rick Bradley. Glad to see you here. And morning, I'm late, says the small from the Despo Small Press Publisher. That's okay. You show up this coming Tuesday on Clever Title Pending and be my guest, and you shall atone. Anyway, I'm looking forward to talking to you. And don't forget, Monday night, we've got John Celestri of animation fame. Check out his IMDb page. Holy cats, he's an accomplished guy. And so is Joe D. McPhee. Looking forward to having you, brother. And the Historical Fencing Guild also this week, assuming the denizens of delivery bestow upon me from the wilds of the Amazon something long sought by my viewers and the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. I am excited. I know what it is. I am thrilled. And was it not this week, but I think early the week after, like around the first week of the month, I should be getting something from the Amazon that I'm excited about, and I'll show it off when it gets here. I may even do an unboxing. And Joe D. McPhee from the Desk of a Small Press Publisher, please subscribe to his YouTube page too. Great question, Fencing Guild. Oh, yeah. And Scott Crocker says, in answer to Nick's question, when I create a character, I base them off of somebody I have seen before. Like, for example, I create a character in one of my scripts that I base the design on the former convention director for HoloCon, because I felt like he would have made a great example of the surly arcade owner who doesn't take any crap from dumb kids, which describes Dutch. Okay, cool. That sounds really awesome. Oh, I do base some of mine on real people too. I killed one person, set up someone I really don't like for a killing. But I generally try to cast it with Hollywood actors. Like for instance, Doc Saga is Robert Taylor from the old movies, age 35 for most of the adventures. So there's I do that too. It helps, especially when you're trying to visualize them and describe them to the reader. So anyway, and there she is. Hey, Caitlin M. Stewart. Mwah. And we're going to have a broadcast tomorrow. tomorrow afternoon, I think, aren't we? Love the broadcast. I even show up on time every other one. But anyway, Caitlin, love you. Mwah. Glad to see you here. Check out her YouTube page. Also check out the Randys. Randys, a great rockin' band out of Terre Haute, Indiana. Love their music and love Caitlin. Glad you're here, Caitlin. Mwah. As always, Ryan Rodman, folks, we are 2 backers away from reaching our backer goal and less than $20 from reaching stretch goal number 2. Help us get there today, won't you? If we can reach over 100 backers, everyone will be getting a special surprise from me. Anyway, and Rodman, Memoirs of an Angel is a horror fantasy comic book series about a ragtag group of infinite and finite beings who race through time and space to rescue a broken and bitter witch hunter from the clutches of the Dark Kingdom. It is like Lord of the Rings meets The Exorcist. Check it out. It's on Kickstarter. Remember, we need 2 more backers and $20. That's $10 between the pair of you, or if somebody will do the 20 and the other person just do $1. That will get goals met here. So please check it out. Please check out that book. I have pledged to it. I think it's worthwhile. Please give it some love. All right. And speaking of giving the love, I love Keisha Acuff. Mwah! Glad to see you, darling. Hello, lovelies, and hello, you lovely lady. Hope you're doing well this morning. And Skunk Rocker. Okay, we read that as the second part. And good morning, all from Eric Hawkins, who, like Brian Rodman and Clyde Hall and myself, are part of the team that puts on Comic Book Spectrum, and always glad to see you. And Eric, did you get with Jamesy and Mayor last night? If not, I can help you with that. And ooh, mate, it's the Historical Fencing Guild. And what's up, Brian Williams, Samuel Quinton? Glad to see you here. Just doing this show for probably at least another hour or so. How are you this morning? What are you up to? Joe Dog McKeel, support Facebook. Support at facebook.com blocks all incoming email. They have truly sealed themselves off. I think we put them under siege is what it is. And Lee Reese has a lengthy thing for me. Brian, I just wanted to tell you that my wife started a book a long time ago, and of course life got in the way. It happens, Lee. We all put projects aside. I'm guilty of that myself. She's been very encouraged of my ventures with making my comic and has been enjoying your show along with others that talk about the indie community. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Lee. That's why I do this, man. At the bottom of it all, I don't do this for my bloated ego. I do this to help my community that has helped me so much. You have inspired her to pick up the pen again, and that's exciting on so many levels. Thank you for all that you do for the indie family, sir. Oh, Lee, thank you, my man. Thank you for your great illustration a few days ago. And also thank you for that information. And tell your wife if she needs any help at all in getting this, getting her book out into the wild, into the public, and into our hands, you tell her that. And if you're listening right now, Mrs. Lee, please get in touch with me, get in touch with the Nevermorians, become a part of this community, and we will help you all we can. We have people who publish comic books. We have people who publish books that send their writing and poetry out to other venues. And no matter how you want to guide your literary career from this point on, we are here to help. Seriously, all kidding aside. That's what the Nevermorians do. That's what the Rising Tide does. Have Lee explain Rising Tide to you if you haven't gotten the explanation already. But it raises all ships, and we're here to help you raise yours. And we all are going to rise together. Thank you, Lee. Thank you for sharing that, man. That means a lot to me. It really does. And now back to the normal stuff. Hey, intentionally processed, nutritionally drained, biological output occurs. Thank you, Joe Dog McKeel. That's a scientific way to describe that as any I have ever read. Oh, Joe Dog, I found a great cooking channel yesterday. I thought of you when I may have sent you the link. But it is a Brit and an American tackle recipes. And I was watching one where they took the ingredient list down to the chemicals of a Big Mac. And the British guy was trying to put it together. And it was interesting. It was interesting. It was a really fun scientific show on cooking. And good morning, all from the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS and Skunk Rocker. You have the honors this morning. And hey, Christian, let us know how you're feeling. I hope you're feeling better today, my man. And we got other people. Comic Talk with Pops Van Zandt. I sent a message to their Facebook page. They would be a great addition to the final panel. Hope they get back to me. I'm sure they do. It's they are busy. And Pops, if they don't get back to you by the end of the day, let me know. And because I've got Ian's email, and I can drop him a note. Okay. And Skunk Rocker says, "Oh, all right. Give me a second when I get pulled over here at the Walmart. I'll take care of it." Oh, that's what she said. And Carlene, too bad, Brian. You'll only get Heinz at our castle. That's okay. Heinz isn't bad. I'm not saying I've had bad Worcestershire sauce, but there's just something about Lee and Perrin's. I don't know if it's the crack cocaine they put in it or what, but anyway, I like that stuff a lot. And it makes sensational. Yeah, I do love Heinz. In fact, I think that was my brand before I discovered Lee and Perrin's. I like Lee and Perrin's because they also make a low sodium version, which I need because of my blood pressure, which I'm not just a carrier, I also have it. And Ted Davies joins us to say Drinking with the Davies is back this Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Chris and Ted promise a hopping good time mixing up the Grasshopper. Oh man, that's a drink I have not heard of in years. See, that's the beauty of the Drinking with the Davies. It is, I kind of think of it as, in fact, I have a good banner for it, Ted. Let me know if you like this. This can be yours. I made a whole bunch of banners for our Rising Tide broadcast. When Ted Talks, people listen every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Become creative as Hale with author Amy Hale and her husband John every Thursday at 8 p.m. on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. It's Stupid O'Clock with Joe Dog McKeel and his groovy friends every Thursday at 9 p.m. and Saturdays at 11 p.m. on the Rising Tide Network. And here's yours. Let's do Michaela's. Turn up the heat with Michaela J's Tidbits and Scribbles every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And Weapons, Wit, and What Energy Nick Tockert has joined him on the Historical Fencing Guild at 8 p.m. Eastern. And here's yours. Enjoy fine living on a rummage sale budget. Imbibe deliciously with Ted and Chris on Drinking with the Davies every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. What do you think, brother? Hope you like it. Anyway, there we go. And let's backtrack here. Let's see. All right. Oh, and apparently there has been talk here. Somebody's been let's see, we got Ted Davies, Drinking with the Davies. Yeah, please check that out. That's the first show was wonderful. I'm looking forward to the second one, and it's going to be great. Oh, here we go. Oh, I am braced for this. I'm ready to read this. This is going to be so much fun. From the Skunk Rocker, who is this week's stunt double for Christian Basil. Arise, Wednesday Morris monster, arise! 'Tis the day of Hump, so get yours moving towards lovely cups of coffee and even more lovely cookie kisses. Onward we march together towards a creative horizon. And does that pass muster, or does it pass mustard gas, my brother? I lift my Covfefe cup to you. Skunk Rocker's going to take all our jobs here, man. He is so good. That's why you got to watch Stupid O'Clock. He's awesome. I mean, Skunk is probably the only guy who can keep up with me as far as the comments. He has done it before, and now he has taken Christian Basil's place as the Rise Morris monster guy. So, Christian, get well fast because your job's in jeopardy, and I don't think HR is going to hold it for you. This is pretty good. And Eric, well done, Skunk. Seriously, well done. Eric Hawkins says, if you don't follow me on Twitter or the Zombieful World of Oz Facebook page, you miss me posting an epic panel with a couple of witches and their names. Ooh, Eric Hawkins is working on issue 3 of that amazing comic book. And yeah, I'll definitely get some copies to the Moonlight guys. They were genuinely excited by that comic. They really were. And we just had a comment dump. So we get to post. Let's see. I think I may have to go to my other channel to get the. I thought I had this done. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Maybe it's on Clever Tile pending there. Let's check. I thought I loaded it. Did I load it? I didn't. I don't think I loaded it. But anyway, we didn't load the new one, but we've got this one here because of the comment dump. Let's get this out of the way here. And this is, thank you, Carl Witzman. We just had a comment dump. And I'm going to see if I can do something here real fast. It may interfere with the picture, but you know what? It's going to be worth it. Let's see. Did that? Oh, that's on my other computer. Darn it! I can't get to it here. I will load that for later, Carl. I love the new version. Christian, you'll love it too. And Christian's like, "Oh crap, what now?" Anyway, let's get back to your comments. And speaking of doing a solid historical fencing guild, are you going to run Cindy Cap's beautiful bean footage? I could do that. Do you mean this?
Author Cindy Cap is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
Writing on the Edge, that's what Cindy Kep does. Please go to CKOEPP.com and sign up for her free monthly newsletter. The next issue is going to go out tomorrow, so take care of that right now. CKOEPP.com. And speaking of taking care of it, there he is, Jamie Ramos. Jamie, how are you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Been thinking about you. Hope all is well, my friend. Please keep healing. It makes me happy to see you making progress, sir. And Michaela Jade, hey there, friends. I can't play along, but I'm listening in my pocket. You go. Enjoy. Hello, Michaela. I'll be your Christian for today, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, darling. Mwah. That's from me. And Ryan Permisson, glad to have you here. Good morning, Nevermorians. How are you? Ryan? Thank you for being here. And check out the latest episode of the podcast here, Talking Movies at Anchor FM, episode 91. Check out that amazing. Ryan does a lot of great interviewing. He is a super host. Please check him out. And please, if you have books that you think he needs to know about, send him links to it, and he will be grateful to you. And William Samuel Quinton says, I've got some good news, Brian. I heard from one of the shops that carries 47 Furious Tales. They got their shipment last week and put copies out for New Comic Book Day. Sold 16 copies in 4 days. They are closed 2 days a week, darn them. And good sell-through for the little indie title. Well, that's great. Congratulations. That's fantastic. I love it. Yeah, more. That's the thing right now. Excuse me. And it's something I think we've discussed on Comic Book Spectrum Thursdays at 7 p.m. on this channel. Also, #also promote. Always promote. But yeah, no, that's great news, because I think right now is a great time for independent comic book creators to push their wares, and having a personal relationship with a comic shop is paramount. And we have some people like Liberty Distribution, that through Varian Grant, that is trying to get independent comic books into bookstores, so you don't have to go through Diamond. But seeing us in the comic book shops makes me happy. I mean, I don't think comic shops are the end all be all of what we do. But I do think whatever gets our books into the consumer's hands is good, and well done, young man. Well done. Glad to see that. Ryan Permisson, Rose A.M. Rose will be our guest this week on and I quote, live on Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern on the YouTube channel there. Please check it out. It's part of the Hanging with Web Show Network. And thank you to everyone for supporting us at the Hanging with Web Show Network. We appreciate you guys. We really do. Rose M. Rose, I love her. She is great. In fact, I met her the day I met you, so that'll be fun. And subscribe to the channel today for more nerdy content, and it's awesome nerdy content. Check out Nerd Culture Channel on YouTube and give that a like if you would. And Legend Traveling TARDIS says, that works for me, skunk. I'm in Michaela's pocket. Let the fun begin. Yeah, but it was my voice making it shake. And Joe Dog McKeel, I just saw Brian Rotman's Kickstarter is now at $3,001. Yeah, way to go, Brian. Congratulations. And did we make the person goal. We have just reached this. I say we like I had anything to do with it, but Brian Rodman just hit his new stretch goal, which means everyone gets a new piece of art, whether it is whether you are supporting the book digitally or physically. So yay! And let's see, here we go. And from the desk of a small press publisher, Brian, can you make note of the Fencing Guild's question, the question from issue 3 of Comic Book Spectrum? If I'm pending for this Tuesday, then I want to have a clinic on topics like that. I'm sure I remember the one from Comic Book Spectrum, but we'll have to go back and look at that one, Joe. You take notes at your show. Anyway, oh God, I've got to get out and push. Anyway, please check out Joe is a great show on Saturday night, and please check him out this coming Tuesday on Clever Tile Pending. He's gonna be awesome. And turn up the heat with Michaela Jade, Staser Tits, Watts is the Legend of Traveling TARDIS, and that's awesome, Brian. And send over that banner. Thanks, Brian. And Joe Dog McKeel says, last year it was all fun and games, putting a drink in each room of my house and calling it a pub crawl until my wife found out and established a checkpoint at the corner of my hallway and kitchen. Did she make you show your driver's license, and did you tell her you didn't have to, that you weren't driving, you were traveling? Carl Witzman says, I think that comment dump video reminds me to go check, see if the basement is still flooded. Oh, I hope it's not flooded, man. I don't like that. I've had that happen. That makes me sad. And Teresa Dunn has her book on Amazon. Please check that out. Poetry Expressions, Volumes 1 and Volume 2. And Carlene says, Brian as Christian? Now that's creepy. Yes, it is. And I'm proud to do my part. And Jobby Pica, hey there, friends and foes. Happy New Comics Day. I'm excited. You know, I used to get my comic books on Thursdays because, you know, to kind of avoid the crowd on Wednesday, because everybody thinks they got to get theirs first. That's why I have a draw. That's why I have a pull box, you know, and they're kind enough to put me down for certain titles that they know I'll like. And they've been 100% right so far. I'm proud of them. But, and John, I hope you, I hope we can talk more about what you sent me this morning, just as a little aside. It's an interesting question and a problem, but I think we can come up with something. But anyway, yeah, but now I go, because I've got a Comic Book Spectrum, Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central Time, where we talk about comics of past, present, and future, and always have a lively discussion during the show. It's always fun. And also a lot of people, you know, a little side here, people have sent me a number of thank yous for the comic books that Eric, Clyde, and Brian and I have recommended, that it has really expanded their reading repertoire, and they found some really cool new material, which was our goal with the reviews. But anyway, it's a good thing. It is New Comic Day, so I've started going in on Wednesdays to make sure I can read everything in time, and you know, for the show, and choose something. As it is right now, I've got like 5 different comics I'd like to, or yeah, about 5 comics I'd like to review for the show, but such as it is. But anyway, johnpica.com. Check out all this amazing man does. He is Big Daddy Cool. He is Big Daddy Busy, and check him out on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m., 8 a.m. Central for Back of the Cereal Box for some great nerdy conversation. Sorry I'm late in joining you. Dealing with a breakfast network change and hip deep in insurance crises. Yeah. Well, I hope I can help with a one, okay? And congrats to Danny Morales, the newest admin at The Madness, a partnership designed to put books in stores. Well, cool. That is cool. No, I know, getting books in front of people at the stores is very important. I don't want to diss that, but I say any method that gets it there, whether it is crowdfunding, whether it is Amazon ads, or what have you, whatever gets the book in the customer's hands, that is the goal. And Angie Dudas, good morning to you, darling. Good morning. Did you like the video Grant and I made? It was really fun. I've got to watch that yet. Grant keeps forgetting to put the link in. You need to spank him. You need to spank him really bad. Pull his pants down and spank his little hiney. Now that would make a good YouTube video. Anyway, Comics Talk Brian, Facebook, if you want to play my music, you won't take a hit. It is Lee Reese's work. Oh, that will be cool. Actually, that's something that I know StreamYard is working on. Here's a little side. Is being able to run music, just music, not just video with music. But I figured out a way to do it. But I may be talking to you, and I'd like to hear. I'm going to have to do that, Pops. I would like to hear that. And Brian, your Christian Basil voice sounds suspiciously like Jack Nicholson. Well, it has. Carly did say it was kind of creepy, so it's like, you know, you know, hey, Michaela, Jack's back. And Ted Davies says Ted Talks had a great interview with the Glenn B. Fleming. That was great. That was a super show, Ted. So good, it has to have 2 parts. Check out the first interview right there on YouTube. You having him back soon? That would be great. He's a great interview and such a talented guy and so nice. And I was so glad to find out he's a year older than I am. I'm starting to feel my age some days, people. And Brian Rodman, Joe McKeel, you are amazing. He and another wonderful backer just pushed us past both our goals this morning. Yes. Thank you, Joe Dog. Thank you to the other person who heeded the call. And thank you, Brian Rodman, for sharing that, man. Thank you, Nevermorians, for your support. Oh, my goodness. That is great. And shush, Brian Rodman, don't want everyone to think I'm a nice guy. Joe, they'll never hear it from me. I promise you that. Anyway, Skunk Rocker says, that reminds me, I still haven't made the RCR. Something came up Monday night, followed by I died last night. I have plans tonight that won't involve liquor. So I'm hoping I'm going to have it for stupid o'clock. That would be great. And I told Cookie about that when the day of, and she's like, we need to make a trip to the liquor store. And I said, yes, darling, we do. And Brian Robin, your secret is safe with me, Joe. Yeah, they'll never hear it from any of us. I swear to God, torture me, kill me, it'll never be revealed. Joe Dog says, I want to thank everyone for the well wishes, but the doctor still thinks I may lose my sanity. I ain't got the heart to tell him I lost it years ago and have just been faking it all this time. Oh, that's it. We get good at it, right? And Pops Van Zandt says, it is the CromCon promo, not really my music. Check it out. 30 seconds long. Well, the 30-second long good music is just that. And how the hell did I just catch up with stuff? It is only 11 o'clock, people. Get typing. So anyway, well, while we're waiting here, let's run some other promo. Let's run another promo. What do you say? Oh, here's one we've got to run. This is our buddy, and also IndieVolt. .com. Check out their network of great shows and super stuff coming out of them. And right now they've got a Kickstarter for IndieVolt Revolt, which is a great comic magazine, which is well over 40 pages now and expanding. And the more that you support it, the more artwork and stories are going to go in there. So here's another thing they do on Sunday mornings that I just love. This is the show that it kind of inspired Comic Book Spectrum, being a positive voice for comic books. So please check this out.
Now, every Sunday morning, longtime independent comics creator and IndieVolt podcaster Randy Zimmerman hosts a discussion on the lighter side of comics, the more whimsical and fun comics out there on the Sunday Funnies. That's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday on IndieVolt, IndieVolt.com, the IndieVolt YouTube channel, and the usual IndieVolt sites on Facebook. Listen in, won't you? Participate in the chat. Let's have some fun. See you there.
Please check it out. Randy and Daphne do a super job of that great show on Sunday mornings. Sunday Funnies, talking about good comics, fun comics. And I've been learning a lot more about the Arrow comics from Randy, who was involved with that. That was one of my favorite publishers, small press publishers during the 80s, and they've had a couple revivals, and that's why this is now Arrow 4.0, and in honor of the founders Ralph Griffiths and Stu Kerr. But yeah, it's a super show, and there are great people like Glenn B. Fleming that are frequently there, Russ Leach, Daphne Lage. She is a joy. So please check it out. It's a great show, and even Varian Grant shows up and is fascinating. Who would have known? Anyway, please check it out. And Michaela J says, you caught up because I'm working the day job. I'm not here to stir the pot. Yeah, between you and Christian not being here, I'm telling you, I'm struggling here. But this means Cookie can eat early, so she may be grateful. And Joe Dog McKeel said, what's wrong with this product? Vegan haggis. Oh, two less than great tastes that combined to form a meltdown. But anyway, no, Brian Rahman, so proud of you. But yeah, we if we've got to do an hour show, I'm all over that. That is fine with me, because it'd be nice to get off early this morning. I think everyone's having a lazy Wednesday, because I noticed that less activity on Facebook this morning. I can't imagine that Facebook has pissed off enough people to make that happen. So anyway, Historical Fencing Guild says, I can be less merciful. You're fine, Nick. You're fine. In fact, check out how fine Nick is Friday nights at 8 p.m. on the Historical Fencing Guild on his own channel, the Historical Fencing Guild. Also check him out on Deviant Art. No, it's not what you think, but go find out. Anyway, please check us out at the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. And if you want some merch, you can go. Of course you do. You want Rising Tide merch, such as drinking cups and COVID masks and t-shirts and tote bags and all the good stuff. Please check it out. That's at that shortened address there. And remember, folks, when TED Talks, people listen every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m. on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. And you can become creative as Hale with author Amy Hale and her husband John every Thursday at 8 p.m. on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. And it's Stupid O'Clock with Joe Dog McKeel, Skunk Rocker, and their groovy friends every Thursday at 9 p.m. and Saturdays at 11 p.m. Eastern on the Rising Tide Network. And also enjoy fine living on a rummage sale budget. Imbibe deliciously with Ted and Chris on Drinking with the Davies every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern. And turn up the heat with Michaela Jade's Tidbits and Scribbles every Friday at 7 p.m. Weapons, Wit, and What Energy Nick Tockert has. Join him on the Historical Fencing Guild every Friday at 8 p.m. We got to fix that one too. And Heather Ellen, Comics, Chaos, and Sass. Heather Ellen has that and more. Positivity and promotion abound every Sunday at 10 p.m. Also, check out moonlightfilms.com for all your film needs. They also have a YouTube channel, and they were fascinating last night on my YouTube channel, so please check them out. And see, and Brian Robbins says you're not getting off that easy. Well, we'll see. And who's talking about getting off now? Anyway, and Carl Whistle says, sorry, I've been distracted. That's okay, Carl. We all deserve a light hump day, I think. And go and check out his Amazon author page at Rick Bradley, because you can get the 4 books he's in before their number explodes. He's going to be in Pulp Reality number 2, I believe, and the Nightmare Collective, Marvin's Night Out, Tales of the Weird and Strange, and Pulp Reality number 1. Check them all out. He does such good work. I'm proud of him. And with all the issues that we've had this week, the green room is going to be nuclear. Yeah, I think so. And tell us a little about the inspiration for your role in The Demoniac with Moonlight Films. Okay, that's cool. We will talk about that. Thank you, Brian Rodman. What happened was I got the script and I memorized it. But you keep in mind, I'm mostly stage. And so I'm used to bouncing the lines off of other actors. But we did read through with Cookie. And I went down there. And Ian told me, basically, my character is nuts. That he has seen evidence of demons and he can't get anyone to believe him. And either the contact with the demons drove him insane or their reactions reinforce the already existing insanity. And he lived with his daughter, played marvelously by Tara Bixler, who is an amazing actress and a wonderful lady. She lives with her dad. Dad is kind of nuts, and I got to improv, like playing with like things from a toolbox and making them real characters and stuff, and just kind of like little bit of Frank Gorshin Riddler nutty type of thing. And I do allow him a little bit of clarity as she kind of points out that he's nuts. And he's like, oh, yeah, I guess I am. But at the end, he has a moment of clarity where he tries to save his daughter, but to no avail. Now, what was fun about the scenes that you see, I think virtually all of them were one shot. Because like James Ian Mayer said last night, due to his schedule and Tara's, not mine, but theirs, we had the sites all checked out. One was a log cabin that's built on the corner of the schoolyard where Ian was a teacher, and the other one was at a local state park. And so Ian had worked out, okay, we're going to film the scenes in this one place. We did film a couple scenes, now that I think of it, in the cabin in one shot. And then we did all the pickup shots real as fast as we could. I called for a retake on one because I thought of something funny where we are going to go check out the park, and then Tara runs out of the the cabin. I run out, then I forget something. I go back in and get my hat. And that was kind of a cute thing there. And like he said, yeah, I did kind of play it for laughs. It was not standard nutty guy, schizophrenia or whatever. But as the thing goes on, I try to play him as if he's becoming more sane because we're going to evidence of something happening. And a lot of the action, we did 2 takes on the scene where the demon comes up on both of us and I push her away to get her away so the demon would get me instead. But it still got Tara. And then the funny thing was I didn't want any content, not being full up on what Ian saw in his camera when I fell to the ground. And yes, I am trained to take stunts. In fact, I train others. I teach stage combat sometimes for for actors. But anyway, I lay down on the ground, and where I was, I stayed there. And I itched for the next 2 days because we had little critters that were getting into my flesh. But we got her scenes taken care of, then a close-up of me dead, and we were losing the light before then. So Ian managed to fix it in post-production, but yeah, that was it. That was our adventure. It was a lot of fun. And Scott Clarker says, I mean, how nuclear are we talking? Are we talking Chernobyl nuclear, or are we talking Hiroshima nuclear, or are we talking End of Aliens nuclear? It could all happen. It could all happen. It is the Green Room, Friday nights at 8 p.m. on Uncle Carl's Secret Humor page, and I'm back, says Cindy Cap. Cindy, thank you last night. Mwah. The guys from Moonlight loved you and your jokes, as well they should. And hashtag nuke them from orbit. Yes, definitely. And Skunk, let's just say, poke the Dark Pope. But that could cheer him up. What fun is that? Cindy Cap says, does not need any kind of nuclear option. Check me out on Smashwords. Thank you. And Skunk Rocker says, I'd rather not. I don't know where he's been. I can guess. Do it. It'll be fun. And Rick Riley says, I won't be in Popularity number 2, but I will be in number 3. Well, at least you're in number 3, man. It's a good thing. And Robert Beatty, well, that's no different than the real you nuts. That's true. I didn't have to stretch. One nice thing, though, in the scene, and if you go to Moonlight Films on YouTube, you can watch the entire film. It's a terrific film. It really is. I was proud to be a part of it. But there was a scene where actually Ian had given me the option to sing a song, and I am not a singer. I am a terrible singer. I'm better than I used to be. I have practiced, but there was and I actually threw all my training out the window to just sound as bad as I could. The Mrs. Miller of film, and Skunk and Joe Dog may get that reference, and possibly Carlene. But anyway, when the camera started rolling, my mind went blank. I could only remember part of an old Stephen Foster song. It wasn't going to be Camptown Races, but I found another one that was basically kind of a post-Confederacy song that was kind of like, I'd never heard it before, but I was listening to it on a loop all the way down to Linton. I'd memorized the lyrics, but when the camera went on, for some reason, my mind went totally blank. And I said, I'm sorry, I screwed that up. And he goes, no, just do it the way you were. He said, I think it could be more fun. And so I tried to remember the lyrics. I really did. I think I remember the first part, kind of la 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 through my way to the rest, and then the lead to the chorus. I got that. So it's fun. Please check it out, The Legend of the Demoniac on Moonlight Films YouTube channel. It is free to watch. You'll get to see the whole thing, and it helps them fund their future movies. So seriously, you're doing a lot of good when you watch that on there. And Cindy Cope says, Cindy Cap, I'm going to get that. Cookie hasn't brought me any coffee. She's falling down on the job. Anyway, Cindy Cap, CKOEPP.com. We ran your spot earlier. Safe for humans. I am safe for no one, but check me out on Amazon. Thank you, Cindy. Love you. And the Dastardly Dingoes podcast, says Brian Rahman, just released our latest episode yesterday. We interviewed the amazingly talented actress Angelica Santiago. I saw part of that. That was good. I'm going to watch the rest today. She's been in countless plays and is a member of Actors Theater of Louisville and Kentucky Shakespeare. We talk about her story and the importance of worldview in the arts on the Dastardly Dingoes. Check out that great show. Check out all their great shows. They are doing a super job with their own network. And don't forget, Brian Rodman will be on with me and Eric Hawkins and Clyde Hall on Comic Book Spectrum on Thursday nights at 7 on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Brian, and, excuse me. And Facebook user says, I am hoping that everyone has been celebrating the returning to normal as conventions are coming back and appearances are coming. must stay silent about what is happening for reasons, but I'm working on stuff hoping all is going to have a good Easter. Well, Facebook user, you need to renew your whatever it is. I don't see a picture or an avatar, but I would love to say hello to you. So please check out, if you're watching on Facebook, the link is above to their StreamYard's YouTube, their Facebook page, and down below if you're watching on YouTube. Please check in, because I'd love to give you credit. And it's fun for wolves if you buy Amanda Tucker's books on Amazon. And that's for sure, says Carl Witzman. Oh dear. And the Moonlight Films guys can't make it this weekend, but we will have them on a show at some point, and hopefully CromCon next month. Well, good. Excuse me. I'm glad you heard from them, Pops. That is great. They're a lot of fun, as you saw. And damn, Brian, spoilers. Sorry, Skunk. And Cindy Cap says, check out the Axe Wielding Fun, and then tune into the Historical Fencing Guild at 7 p.m. Central on Amazon. Check it out on his books on Amazon. Nicholas Tockert has a brand new book, a companion to the Simple Sword. I'm looking forward to seeing that book. It's going to be great. Carl Westman says, if you know what the elephant's foot is, then you know how nuclear the green room will be. If you don't know, look at Elephant's Foot on YouTube. Okay, we'll write that down. Elephant's Foot. This sounds bad already. It's nothing like Elephant's Memory. I remember they used to back up John Lennon in the early 70s. Cindy Cap has a link to the artstation.com if you want to check out Roll Cruise. Oh, my honey has redeemed herself here. Thank you. Well, I told people we caught up with comments, and people are falling down on the job, and I didn't have coffee. I drank it all. I'm sorry, honey. Please give me some coffee, please. Please. I'll be pathetic for you.
You're always pathetic.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, honey. I love you. Ooh, you doctored it.
Yes, I did.
I do love you. Let there be no doubt. Anyway, please check out Roll Cruise. He is doing Cindy, she's a she, her book Animali, her brand new comic book Animali that you're gonna have to check out. Excuse me, and johnpica.com. John just updated that website. Please give it a look. He's got a lot of cool stuff going on, and you need to check it out. And Brian Rodman, she's riding on the edge. Go now to ckoepp.com and enjoy the amazing talents of Cindy Kip. Cindy has some of the most original ideas out there right now in a world full of remakes and reboots. She's a breath of fresh air. That she is. She is a darling. I adore her. And Brian, the issue I asked for advice on already resolved itself. Hey, let me know how it worked out, will you please? I'm curious. And did someone say Green Room? Said Ted Davies of Green Room Ted. Yes, they did. And Ninja Genko, glad to see you. More activity space, more chances they see us. Is that good? Oh, yeah. Any way we can get our work out before the public. That is my goal. I know a number of people that say, well, we've got to get our books into the shops. We got to get our books to the shop. No, we need to get it in the hands of the consumer. We need to get them buying it. And like I said, if it means we put it digital, we do it. If we get on Comixology, we do it. We get distributed through whomever, we do it. We get it crowdfunded. It happens. So yeah, I'm always thinking of the end user. We've got to think of the customer, and the comic shops are just one more tool in our arsenal, but we've got to get them on board with us is the thing. So yeah, more activity. And the thing is, the Ninja Genko, in all seriousness, I have said for years, I say it kind of with my tongue in cheek, but nothing succeeds like excess. I have found that my second book sold my first. My third book sold the previous two. Everything I put out sells all the work before it. So the more you have out, the better I believe we do. And I think that projects like say Memoirs of an Angel, it's hitting issue 7, and it just hit issue 7, and that's good for the first 6 issues. And it shows people you're not just a hobbyist, that people will take you more seriously if you do a number 2 issue, and unless you do like a one shot, that's another thing. But I think series are the way to really build your rep. I really do. So that's that's just my view. Your mileage may vary. And Cindy Cap says, "Go support the Memoirs of an Angel, then tune into Dastardly Dingoes." And yes, please let's move Brian Rodman towards his $3,500 goal now. And congratulations again, Brian Rodman for reaching your second stretch goal and your number of backer goals. I'm proud of you, brother. I'm proud of you. John B. Pica says we are launching two new shows on the back of the Cereal Box Network this week: Cryptid Crunch and Case Files of the Geek Gumshoe. Excellent. Love seeing that. And there we go. Magic Abounds with John B. Pica on Amazon. Also, check out Amazon for Cindy Cap. You will love her work. You will. And Cindy Cap says The Legend of Traveling TARDIS. Check it out on YouTube. And please subscribe. And thank you, Cindy. Thank you for all you do. And don't forget, CKOEPP.com. Sign up for Cindy's free newsletter today, because chances are you'll see it in your email box tomorrow. And this will be fun. Go to Amy Hale's page on Amazon. Definitely do that. Thank you, Cindy. And part 3 is coming soon from Michaela Jade in her Warrior series. Please check out the first 2 books available now. The third book should be out we're running out of March. But anyway, it's soon, real soon. And here's some poetry from Teresa Dunn. We all need some more poetry in our life. And damn cookies, says the Skunk Rocker. I know, right? And I'll be pathetic for you. Geez, I do that for free. Yeah, I'm doing it for coffee. At least I know my value. And you're always pathetic. Hi, cookies. She doesn't need to show up on the show, yet her presence is known. And from the Desmond Small Press publisher, why did the doctor prescribe Cindy's books to her patients? Because Kep is good for your health. There we go. She is. She makes us laugh. And I told the guys from Moonlight Films, that I said, if Cindy likes you, she'll give you jokes. And apparently Cindy liked our guys. She came up with some great questions, as did all of you last night. Thank you again for that. But also came up with the jokes. And those guys were like, oh my God, she's great. So yeah. And also we got him some extras and some more crew. It was like a buffet for him last night. But yeah, I love working with those guys. They have a great crew. And Ian talked about having a hand on the rudder and everything and being in control, which I totally get. I really do get the control freak thing. But on the other hand, I will say that as an actor, he is super open to ideas. I think it's helped that I've directed before on the stage. And like we occasionally would have issues, and sometimes the memorization isn't as good as it could be. I'm elderly. I'm falling back on that. But he had a soliloquy for me, by the way, where there is a huge close-up of me. Watch anyway. And I was delivering it, and Ian was saying you have to get all the lines. And I told him I really stumble over soliloquies. I could never do Hamlet's speech. It'd be about 3 sentences long, or something about not being able to marry up all this stuff. I've only handled one soliloquy well, and that was from My Fair Lady as Alfie Doolittle. But anyway, what I did, and I said, and we got to get this information. We got to do it right. So to ensure that we didn't stay in the wasp-infested cabin, during the close-ups, I had Tara Bixler hold up my script at eye level, so it looks like I'm meeting her eyes, but I'm actually using the script as a prompt. So, but anyway, more background stuff. We need to do those background scenes. And David Atkins, welcome back, sir. Glad to see that you're here. Sorry, but I guess I must log into YouTube to comment correctly. Yes. Anyway, I am slowly leaving social media, and thus they want to leave me anonymous. No, what it is, David, is you have to check in periodically. Like if you're not on StreamYard regularly, generally you have to renew your credentials on here, so to speak. But anyway, we're glad you're back, and I'm sorry you're leaving social media. Good luck with trying to get your message out, though. It's the cheapest way to do it if you know how to keep the idiots at bay, which I'm still learning. Right, Brian Rahman, I am so excited about this week's topic on Comic Book Spectrum. I'll also be reviewing the 2020 Eisner Award nominee Sentient by TKO Studios. You don't want to miss this. Well, I've got a couple of books from last week that I think are worthy of mention. And I also like I said, I'm also going to go out today and see what's available. Part of the thing about the reviews on Comic Book Spectrum. Now, a lot of people are probably thinking, oh, crap, it's another Kickstarter promo show. Actually, it's not, because there are so many shows that do an incredible job of promoting Kickstarter things, which, like Clever Tile Pending, I think, does a great job of it. This show, also from the desk of a small press publisher, Indie Volt's various shows. Amy Hale's done a couple, or she's doing one. Tomorrow night, I think, is going to be a comic book creator. Matt will be on there. But anyway, I just felt there were so many shows that already do Kickstarter stuff exclusively that we needed somebody that covered what's out now. And the other three guys agreed with me, and I'm glad for that, is that we review books that you can get right now. It's not a book that's going to come out in June. It's not a book that will come out if they make their funding, which is not a slur against crowdfunding. We are total supporters of it, both as participants in the system and as supporters of the system. But the thing is, we wanted books that you could turn around right then and there, pick up your phone and call your comic shop and say, hey, put that back for me. Or you could go online and get it from Comixology or read it on hoopla.com, or get yourself a copy to read. It had to be out right now. So that is why we only review current books or stuff that's come out within the last month. That's because we want you to have a good chance of being able to find it. So, and we've turned some people on to some really good books, not just independents, but also a couple mainstream books. So anyway, I'm excited about it too, Brian. That was a great topic. It is seriously going to be a lot of fun. And Cindy Cap, she's not a goofball. We worship the water she walks on. We love Cindy Cap, and looking forward to doing some shows with you too this summer. And thank you to Hanging with Web Show and Willow Schuyler for mentioning us this morning. I just saw the notification of that. Thank you as always, Willow. We love you, and we love you, Cindy Kep. Thank you very much for all you do for us. And David Atkins, I'm currently going to a convention where one of my favorite authors will be appearing, and we'll be taking all the books I have of Jennifer Estep. Yes, I am a fan. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong at all, brother. And Cindy Kep, Omaha QuadCon Comic and Toy Show, April 17th and 18th. She's going to be bringing dragons, books, Martians, and other snazzy stuff. So you got to check out Cindy Kep if you're in the Omaha area. And if you're not, you need to get there. Start now. And link to our video. Didn't come across my page here, but I'll make sure that it shows up on YouTube. All right. Thank you, Angie Dudas. I'm looking forward to it. Angie and Grant Lankard do a great show where they each recommend a comic book to the other one. They've got to read it and then give their honest opinion of it. That's a beautiful concept. That really is. And Cookie just roasted BKM like a Thanksgiving turkey. Savage, says Brian Robin. See what I got to put up with all the time? It's a wonder. See, anyone that says I have a huge ego can see that I get it whittled down occasionally, frequently, all the time. So wonder I can do the show without crying. And David Atkins says, one last little bit. I have a cardio test coming this week. I've been having minor heart issues. Hoping it gets fixed so I can meet Estep. Everyone have a great week and spread smiles, not hate. You too, David. Glad you could check in, and good luck on that heart issue. I have a couple myself, and I know how debilitating it can be, but I'm confident you will get through it. And Cindy Cap says, and I'm out of break time too soon. Oh, darn it. We're just starting to have fun. Don't forget to tip your host. Thank you, ma'am. And hashtag bring Cookie home, and check out all the fascinating podcasts. There are so many cool ones. Sign up for Rising Tides newsletter before April Fools, but hers will be out tomorrow at CKOEPP.com. Please check it out. If you want to sign up for my free monthly newsletter, go to risingtide.pub. Look towards the top of the page. We supply a link for you. And we've already picked out the secret links of the month. We've got some really good ones this month that we think you'll dig. And no, it's not marble racing, okay? But anyway, please also sign up for CKOEPP.com. That's 2 P's in there. CKOEPP.com. Sign up for Cindy's newsletter. It is honestly the most inspirational, most educational, most fun newsletter out there. We are all in awe of it. And the Skunkcracker says, Brian's talking about keeping the idiots at bay, but then entertains my stupid tale. We love your stupid tale. Mwah. And Skunkcracker continues, hey, Brian, don't die feed Cookie. And remember to check the oil on your wankle rotary engine. You were praying I'd that up, weren't you? Anyway, Yeah, I will check that because I don't want when I go out and do my wankling later, I want to make sure I have the proper rotary engine for it. So, and April Fool's Day is my birthday, says Rick Bradley. It's funny, but Mark Leonard, who is here frequently, who gives us his blessings from the prairie. He's my oldest friend. We have known each other since sixth grade, and I am godfather to his lovely and talented daughter, Mindy. And it was so funny because I remember when Mark's wife Lori was going into labor, rather than hasten the process. This was like late in the day, I guess. She was telling everybody later, said that she told everyone to hold off because she wasn't having any daughter of Mark's be born on April Fool's Day. Let's just say Mark is kind of like me. He's not quite as flamboyant as I am, but that means you got to get in close, and then you find out he's got fewer filters than I do. So anyway, yeah, definitely. So April Fool's is a great day, but it's great because it gave us Rick Bradley. So anyway, and God gave us rock and roll. I listened to the Beach Boys. I know this stuff. So anyway, it's about 11:27. So why don't we call it at this point, right? I can go feed Cookie because we did something yesterday we haven't had in a long time. We made twice baked potatoes and for lunch, and we hadn't had that in a while. Well, we had 2 left over. We made extra, and now we're gonna have thrice baked potatoes today with slaw dogs. We love coleslaw on our burned wieners. Shut up, Christian. And so that's lunch today. So anyway, well, it's about that time, says Brian Robin. As savage as Cookie is, she still needs to be fed. Boy, isn't that the truth? Can you imagine what would happen if I didn't feed her? So she doesn't kill you in your sleep. She won't wait till then, Brian. She knows my defenses are down. Anyway, thank you for all you do, my friend. Brian Robin, back at you, brother. Thank you. We need you in this world, and we need all you Nevermorians, just like we need you, Brian. Thank you for all you do, brother. And have a lovely day, Brian. You too, Nicholas Tockard. Man, you have a fantastic day. Love to you and Amanda and Xander. And Rick Radley, thank you. Everyone stay care and be creative. Thank you, my friend. And about 30 minutes until Don't Die Feed Cookie. Well, we got a time today. We caught up. Thank you for everyone that allowed me to catch up today. So we're going to feed her right now. And Ted Davies, thanks, Brian, for all you do. Have a great day, everyone. Ted, back at you, man. You, and thank you, Joe D. McPhee. You all do so much for this great community of ours. Thank you for being Nevermorians. And thank you for everything. And burned wieners, it has gone off the rails. Pops, we don't even know where the hell the rails are at this point. We're not even sure the rails were laid down in the first place. Anyway, thanks for being here, Pops. Don't forget CromCom this weekend on the Comics Madness with Pops Van Zandt and was a Comic Talk with Pops Van Zandt. It's right there in front of me. No wonder I can't read it. Anyway, please check out those pages on Facebook and on YouTube, and please subscribe when you're there. And in fact, let's go over our broadcasting list. And good morning, Willow Schuyler. Mwah, just previously thanked you for posting notice, as always, of our shows. We love you so much. You are so amazing. We love you. And thank you for being here. And from the desk from the Small Press Publisher, enjoy lunchtime with Cookie. I always do, my friend. Thank you so much. Check out Joe D. McPhee every Saturday night on his great interview show from the desk from the Small Press Publisher. He is a fantastic interviewer, and he's going to be a great guest this coming Tuesday on Clever Title Pending. It's 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central. And on Monday, we're having a special show with John Celestri, who's going to talk about his brand new comic book, Michael the Bloodwing Angel, and also his great educational YouTube channel, and his work in animation. It's going to be a fun morning. And rails, we don't need no stinking rails. That's right, Rick Bradley. You got that right. Oh, so anyway, we're going to call it early, and we're going to give you what's happening tomorrow, broadcasting wise, on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network at 10 a.m. Ted Talks Ted Timepieces. He's going to have a brand new show about a specialty timepiece that he's collected. I really love that show. It is really informative. We've got a lot of variety on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network page. Please check it out on Facebook and please subscribe to it if you would. In fact, let's get that screen share, get your screen share ready, and take a screen cap of that page. We are covering you from Sunday until Saturday, and we start all over again. Great shows. Tomorrow, TED Talks Timepieces at 10 a.m. Eastern. At 7 p.m. is Comic Book Spectrum with myself, Eric Hawkins, Clyde Hall, and Brian Robin. We've got a great conversation with the topic that Brian came up with. It's going to be a lot of fun. And at 8 p.m., Creative as Hale with Amy Hale and her husband, John, Mr. Amy Hale. And they're going to be interviewing Matt Knowles, I believe. A comic creator, a great comic creator, and you'll be excited to see what he does. And then at 9 p.m. is Stupid O'Clock with Joe Dog McKeel, Skunk Rocker, Dan, John, Heather, and the whole Stupid O'Clock crew. Please check it out. Always great conversation to be had there. And then check out the Stupid After Show at 11. And then Friday morning, I'll be back with Nevermind the Furthermore. Then at 6 o'clock is Drinking with the Davies. 7 p.m. is Tidbits and Scribbles with Michaela Jade. And at 8 p.m. is the Historical Fencing Guild with Nicholas Tockert, where you learn to kill each other safely with bladed weaponry. It is a fun show. You'll love it. And Russell Allen, good morning, Nevermorians. Hope everyone's having a good day. We are, sir. Hope you are doing the same. Thank you for showing up. Zeno and I Titan, get aboard that ride. It is a good book. We love it. And anyway, what else have we got going here? Also on Patreon, thank you to our Patreon subscribers, without whom we could not do this thing. It's certainly not as well as we do, but we appreciate you guys so very much. And if you would like to help support the Nevermorian movement here, please consider becoming a patron. Only $1 a month will get you a mention in all of our publications and broadcasts, as well as looks at our exclusive blog. Every blog should have a name. We put out another one yesterday, and we're going to be doing another one this week. For $5 a month, you get to see our works in progress. And today we're going to try to post the latest chapter of our first draft Flash novel, The Terrors. I actually finished the first draft of it 2 days ago. I'm very excited. So please check us out on Patreon, www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. And many of our friends are on Patreon too. So please look around and support the Nevermorian community on there. And how's everyone doing here? Willow Schuyler from YouTube. Mwah. We are doing well. We are about to check out, unfortunately, but we're glad you're here, and thank you for all you do. And Willow's Pillow Talk is coming up soon. Please put in a link to that if you would. And this crazy train has never had rails. It's gone airport, says Russell Allen. That is the truth. Check out Russell Allen's stuff, too, on the Hanging with Web Show, on the Comics and More New Jersey channel. He does a great comic review. He does great weekend review or interview show on the weekend. Please check out everything these guys and gals do on here. Good God, you people are talented. You make me look sick. But we're glad to have you here, and we're glad we're a part of your community. Thank you for being here with us. Oh, and also I want to thank everyone on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. We're a group of like-minded individuals who are helping each other grow our broadcast networks and our businesses. And we appreciate everyone's support of our channels. And also we want to thank Plasma Fire Graphics. When the look of your book matters to you, check out plasmafiregraphics.com and their Facebook page and see all the wonderful things that Jeffrey Hayes does and put him to work for you, because he actually is way affordable. You will dig it. So anyway, please check that out. And we've got one more comment here. And hi, Willow. Oh, hi. Yeah, we don't know that Willow's high. She's probably on the job drinking coffee. She's probably more grounded than any of us, which is usually true anyway. But anyway, thank you, Pops. Also check out CromCon this weekend on Pop's various channels. Please give him some love. And also don't forget, we are part of a book. I didn't set that up earlier. This is a brand new book. I didn't publish it, but we are glad to say that it is part of what we do here. And this is a brand new book with one of our articles. It's Biff, Bam, Yow, the Subterranean Blue Grotto Guide to Batman 66. It's an examination of the second season of the Batman TV show from the 1966 era with Adam West and Burt Ward. And I've written an article in there about the 2-part Egghead episodes featuring Vincent Price. Also features, if you are a Dragnet fan, or a Frankenstein fan, or a Adventures of Superman fan. There's something for all of you guys and gals in there. So please check it out. It's available on Amazon right now from Crazy 8 Press. A whole bunch of other great authors. Please check them out too. And the paperback is $15.99, and the ebook is $5.99. It's a worthwhile addition to your collection. You will Love it. So thank you for that. And hi, says Willow Skylar, not yet, but give me a few minutes. There we go. And Russell Allen is hosting the Saturday panel. He probably wouldn't mind hanging out with some of you guys on Saturday nights, says Pops Van saying, well, maybe we'll check him out. And also, Willow, I was answering your question. Pops is good like that. Anyway, thank you all very much for being here. Thank you for being my friends. I appreciate you guys so much. And thank you for all that each and every one of you do for this community of creators and supportive creators. So many times I look out on the interwebs and I despair because it's like people are using their platforms and saying, oh yeah, we really support the community, but make sure you buy our product first, and it's not like that here. You guys have been pimping for each other and helping each other grow, and I dig that. That's what the Rising Tide's about, and makes me so very happy. And time for lunch at El Toro later. Ooh, I love El Toro. That's a great place. I don't blame you, Carly. Mwah, thank you for being here, darling. Oh, and also there's one, I can't remember which one of the Danville restaurants it is. It may be El Toro, but they've got one in Watseka. It's only like a little over an hour from me, so I can go there. Also, they've got some good restaurants in Watseka. I've been hanging out there. So anyway, and love and respect, Comics Talk, Pops Van Zant, right back at you, brother. Thank you for all you do for the creative community, man. You are a pillar, and you do so much. You are so busy helping us all, Pops. I can't thank you enough and can't sing your praises loud enough. But thank you, Pops, for everything you do. And again, thank you for all you do. Thank you for helping Brian Rodman get over his goals this morning. And thank you for watching last night with Moonlight Films. And yeah, we all talk about our projects, and we all can do that. But the fact is, you guys also talk about each other, and you help each other. And that makes me happy. And that's how we're all going to rise together, so we can all have a place at the same table. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, enough of me preaching. Thank you all for being here. Love you guys and gals. Thank you for supporting the show. A rather lazy hump day, and I welcome that. Maybe I'll kick back today and read some comic books or something. So anyway, folks, thank you as always for being here. We hope you have a fantastic hump day this March 21st, 2021. Only one more week left in the month. Let's make the rest of this week a good one. We thank you for being here, and we hope as always that you stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome. All right. Thank you for watching Nevermind the Furthermore. We'll see you Friday morning at 10 a.m. and we'll see you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on Comic Book Spectrum. Have a great Wednesday, everyone. Take care.
Thank you for watching Nevermind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide broadcast network production. If you enjoyed any part of this show, please give it a like or a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and consider becoming one of our Patreon supporters. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time on Nevermind the Furthermore.